Welcome back to the Tax Free Millionaire Blueprint. My name is Charlene Randall. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, make sure you subscribe so you can see all the content that I'm doing here on this channel. We talk about taxes and how to become tax free, but we give you a tax free millionaire, but we give you stories and also break down details of how other people have done it and how anyone is capable of becoming a tax free millionaire. So, we give you the blueprint here and tell you so that you can do it too. So, today we are talking about Latoya Jackson and the new movie Michael. So, I have to tell you, I was talking about this in my last video about going to see the movie in the theaters, and I just had to because I wanted to see what the movie was going to look like. And I am a fan of Michael Jackson, a very big Michael Jackson fan. And I wanted to see the movie. And also, I was talking about how this movie is definitely set to be a big thing, a great thing for his estate, and his legacy, because that's what we talk about a lot here. We talk about finances, taxes, estate for many individuals and legacy of people and how they create these things throughout their lifetime. Now, we know Michael is a big megastar, probably, I would say, the biggest in our lifetime. There will never be another Michael Jackson. There will never be a star like him. And that's just, everybody knows that. Michael Jackson just had this special thing. And I think even looking at the movie, I could kind of feel that, the special thing that Michael Jackson had, as always, hearing his music, watching things, even sometimes watching people try to replicate the same exact thing that he does, you still can get, a sense of that special uniqueness that Michael Jackson brought to people. So um, I did do a video, as I said, on Michael Jackson and the legacy, how you can go watch the movie. You can go watch the video that I did here. You can see it on the Tax Free Millionaire Blueprint channel right here, and subscribe if you have not subscribed yet. But you can see the video where I talked about how much people watched it, even the preview before the movie even came out, until now the movie has hit the theaters. So basically, I waited until a few days after the opening because I felt like, okay, this would be a good time because, opening day, I just was thinking it was going to be so crowded. And, that wasn't my thing to go and, sit in a movie theater while it's crowded. I'd rather not do that. But I did want to see it. So, everybody's talking about it, and of course his family is speaking out. His family is discussing different parts of the movie. Janet was not in the movie, and people have asked about her. But what I did like also in the movie was that there was um no drama in the movie. It wasn't really any drama. It was, it was kept to a certain point. It wasn't, scenes that give you a lot of speculation on what really happened. It gave you a good family feeling, a good feeling of realness. It gave you the realness. It didn't make you want to, feel sad or bad about anything. It just seemed, like Michael just was a unique person, and it showed that in the movie. I got that um from the movie, how he coordinated certain things and how he really dealt with things. Some of the things that he dealt with, I know in reality we see one thing, but you know it's always going to be you know, what Michael Jackson, his way of doing things is what we admire regardless. So yeah, it was a good movie. And his nephew definitely did a good thing. He played the part, you know, I was impressed how he did it. Like he really fit his uncle's shoes for this movie. Like, you know, we know that's his nephew, but I've seen so many people. Like, I'm from New York City. You can go anywhere where there are lots of people, and you will probably see like a Michael Jackson impersonator. So he did it, and I'm sure he knew more than any of the other people that tried to play him or impersonates him. He had the realness. So like I said, the movie was it was a very real feeling about this movie, which I liked. It definitely was something that I liked. So now let's get into what Latoya had to say about the movie, because she also, this is Michael Jackson's sister. She was in the movie. Actually, her character was in the movie. But also it was little parts that she played. There was no drama. It was all about family. So let's hear what she had to say.
Fabulous job. And what's so just amazing to me is that I forgot I was watching Jafar. I actually thought I was watching my brother. So that showed he delivered on his part.
Okay, what does your mother think of the movie? Has she had a chance to see it?
Mother has seen it, and Mother's here tonight. She's not doing the carpet, but she's here tonight. She loves it. She felt and really thought Jafar did an excellent job.
Okay, so she also says that, everyone really, really think that, their nephew did a really good job. And I so agree with that. So yeah, there's really no nothing else to say, because he did a good job. He did a good job. He definitely did a good job with this movie. And I don't think there's anyone else that really could have played him as good at this point. We've seen a lot of Michael Jackson impersonators, but I don't think is anyone else that could have played him as well as he did. So let me know what you think about this movie and this video commentary, what Latoya Jackson said. And did you see the movie yet? Let me know what you think about that, because to me it was a great film. And for Michael Jackson's estate, it's said to be a very, very big deal. And I'm sure there's a lot more for people to see coming up with this movie. So thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.